anything in Philadelphia is far from fine. The positivity rabbit is dead.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that. They brought in this giant inflatable rabbit last week. They killed the positivity rabbit after 1 week. I mean, look, it didn't work. If they had beaten the Chargers, positivity rabbit probably starts having little positivity bunnies, and the inflatable rabbits are everywhere in the locker room. But it didn't work. The positivity rabbit is gone, and the storm clouds are gathering. They've already gathered. They're threatening to throw lightning bolts at the Eagles on Sunday when they take on the Raiders. I said recently it's a no-win situation because if they do anything other than completely dismantle the Raiders like the Chiefs did back in Week 7, the fans aren't going to be happy. We got out the door yesterday with the news that Nick Sirianni, the coach of the Eagles, was on WIP Sports Radio 94 in Philly, and he was asked the question about benching Jalen Hurts, the starting quarterback, and Sirianni said it's ridiculous. Maybe it is, but we don't see many franchise quarterbacks have 5 turnover, no touchdown games. How many of those do you string together before they do say, hey, we got to see what Tanner McKee can do? I'm not saying they should now, but I don't think it's ridiculous. When you couple it with the Derek Gunn report from a couple of weeks ago that he's not running the offense the way that they want him to, and you get a 5 turnover night, it's fair to at least... it's not a ridiculous question to ask.
No, it's not a ridiculous question.
The fact that Sirianni was asked the question isn't ridiculous. He can respond however he wants, but It's not a ridiculous question given what we saw Monday night.
Well, I think to him it's ridiculous. I can understand that. I can understand anybody asking that question. To him, he's going, wait, we just won the Super Bowl last year with this guy. He played awesome in the Super Bowl. He's taken us to another Super Bowl. And I think he's looking at, and he probably would be like, and have you seen his contract situation? We're screwed. He's got us by the kahunas for the next 3 years.
That's the issue.
So
that's the issue.
I know it is. Right.
That's the issue.
Right. So they're a little stuck there.
And let me just say this, Chris,
go ahead.
Before I forget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the downside to the way the Eagles are managing the cap.
Right.
Because what they did with Jalen Hurts, they gave him a small signing bonus, and the bulk of his compensation comes in the form of annual option bonuses that kick the salary cap can farther and farther down the road. The problem is, if you end the relationship prematurely, the cap consequences are devastating.
Gigantic.
They are stuck with the Jalen Hurts contract for the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, and I think there's a feeling in the organization that he knows that he knows he's got them over the barrel with that to a degree. So there's all that going on right now. So I can understand it. Nick Sirianni's right now going, wait, we're still going to win the NFC East. We're still a damn good football team, right? We're the team that went to the Super Bowl last year, so he's not going to give up on what they are. They went through some struggles like this in the pass game and the offense last year towards the end of the year, but they still were the best running team in football by far and could still win games that way. That's where the rubber has hit the road here, or the shit hit the fan or whatever. It's all being exposed right now, and especially the last few weeks because, the quarterback play before the 3-game losing streak wasn't good either. But it just wasn't a big deal because the defense would save the day or somebody made it happen. And, we scored our 2 touchdowns. Now the defense will shut you out for the rest of the day and we win the football game. But now they've had a few games where, the defense had a bad day. Ben Johnson came to town. Oh, gosh, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb's made a few plays. The defense can't just shut these people down all game long. The offense has to make a few plays. The quarterback who's paid the most on the football team has to make a few plays. And that's where it just hasn't happened. And then we got into a game the other night where, again, they ran the ball a little bit. But it's a team that we know can really defend the pass and do some tricky stuff there. And when they needed him to deliver in some passing situations and big game moments that way, he didn't deliver. But that's been like that the whole year. And now it hasn't resulted in turnovers, but right, whether it's the Derek Dunn report, all the people in Philadelphia have been talking about, everything that you've heard me say really for the last 2.5 years, is that, yes, these are issues, and it's just finally getting exposed because of other things on the football team. And because they can't, execute at an elite level in other ways on the team right now. Now it's like, wait, okay, now we got to make a throw in a big third down or a big moment. We got to make a tough decision on putting the ball in the window here. And as you heard from that Derek Dunn reporter from me, he just doesn't want to play in the pocket and make the right throws that he does in practice at times and does that. But when he gets on the field, it's a little bit like, I look at one guy, ooh, I don't know, he was open, I don't know what you're looking at, and then he scrambles and runs or does whatever. And I think that's where the team is frustrated, and of course the public is finally realizing it, and they're frustrated with Jalen Hurts for the first time ever, it seems like, in Philadelphia.
Couple of quick observations. First of all, it's Derek Gunn, not Derek Gunn.
Sorry.
Derek Gunn. Long time.
Yes, I know. I know Derek Gunn. I don't know why I said Derek Gunn.
And he said what he said a couple of weeks ago about they want the offense to be run a certain way, and when it's time to go play the games, Jalen Hurts plays his game, holds the ball too long,
exactly,
doesn't take the throws that are there.
Right.
And I think that it came to light the other night. Devin and I talked about this on Tuesday, the morning after the game. There was the 3rd and 16 play in overtime where he made the throw to Devontae Smith, and it was the whole play was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Drop back, fire the ball right to, and it's rare for the Eagles to do that because you rarely see Jalen Hurts operate within that timing of the play.
Right.
Run the play. Run the play, make the throw. He ran the play, he made the throw, and it was great. And it swung the pendulum back toward the Eagles until it swung back the other way with the interception. But it's like, yeah, that's the kind of thing that they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of the ball quickly, make quick decisions, commit to the throw, make the throw, and that's just not happening. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.